Ursula von der Leyen's plane forced to land using paper maps after suspected Russian GPS jamming over Bulgaria. Just imagine that for a second. Europe's top leader literally navigating like it's 1985 while flying through European airspace. And now Bulgaria says, quote, "These things happen every day, so they won't even investigate." I'm Andrew Meet Rich, former analyst for a state-run media outlet who chose truth over obedience. Now independent, exposing what they don't want you to see. Today we're diving into two stories that show Europe's real crisis, not the headlines they feed you. First, the GPS jamming scandal that European Commission tried to pin on Russia, only to have Bulgaria destroy their narrative in 48 hours. Second, Germany's housing catastrophe that's about to crash across all of Europe like a domino effect. You won't believe how these connect, because tomorrow the news could change everything. Hit that like button if you want real analysis, not propaganda. Subscribe if you're ready for truth. And if you believe independent journalism matters, consider supporting this channel, because mainstream media won't tell you what I'm about to reveal. Let me break down what really happened with von der Leyen's flight. European Commission immediately blamed Russia for GPS interference during her Bulgaria landing. Mark Rutte went nuclear, claiming Russia was attacking European leaders. The media exploded with hybrid warfare headlines. But here's where it gets interesting. Bulgarian authorities conducted an actual investigation. What did they find? No evidence of Russian interference? Zero. The pilots experienced brief signal degradation, completely normal in populated areas. Bulgarian Transport Minister confirmed no jamming occurred. Now listen carefully. European Commission quietly shifted blame to, get this, British media for spreading disinformation. The same commission that spent 2 days screaming about Russian attacks suddenly claims they were just reporting what others said. Classic bureaucrat backpedal. What really happened? Von der Leyen's team needed a crisis to justify their Eastern Europe tour. Russian GPS jamming sounds way more dramatic than technical difficulties during approach. The timing was perfect. The narrative was ready. Just imagine that for a second. Europe's leadership manufacturing crises for political theater while real problems destroy the continent. This GPS story reveals everything wrong with European leadership. They create fake emergencies while ignoring actual disasters. Ursula stumbles through crisis management like a drunk pilot using paper maps. And here's the beautiful irony. The woman who can't navigate a simple flight to Bulgaria is supposed to lead Europe through its biggest challenges. She blamed Russia for technical problems, then blamed British media when caught lying. What do you think? Comment below. The pattern is clear, right? European Commission creates crisis, demands more power to solve crisis. Crisis turns out to be fake. Nobody held accountable. Rinse and repeat. Meanwhile, real catastrophes pile up unaddressed. But if you think GPS theater is embarrassing, wait until you hear about Germany's housing collapse that's about to drag all of Europe into economic chaos. If you're still with me, hit that like button. It tells me you want the truth, not just the headlines. Germany's housing market just hit a 15-year construction low while facing a shortage of 700,000 homes. Let me repeat that. 700,000 missing homes. Building permits crashed 19% in 2024. Single-family homes down 26%. Here's where it gets even worse. Berlin rents exploded 54% between 2021 and 2024. Average rent hit 13.60 euros per square meter, up 19% in 1 year. Students can't afford university cities. Teachers refuse jobs in major centers. Essential workers priced out completely. The new conservative government promises a construction boost while maintaining rent controls that economists say caused the crisis. Construction costs rose by 85,000 euros for typical projects. Mortgage rates tripled. Young families abandoning homeownership dreams entirely. You see the pattern, right? Germany built Europe's economic engine on cheap housing and abundant construction. Now both are collapsing simultaneously. The demographic bomb is exploding as young Germans delay families due to housing costs. But Germany's housing catastrophe won't stay in Germany. European economic integration means German problems become European problems. When Germany's largest economy stumbles, everyone feels it. And now listen carefully. Polish construction down 20%. Netherlands flagged for housing stress. Sweden's building permits collapsing. The contagion is already spreading across EU borders through integrated markets. Here's what mainstream media won't tell you. This isn't just housing, it's demographic collapse in real time. Europeans can't afford families, so birth rates crash. Governments import migrants to fill gaps, creating social tensions. Housing costs drive everything. The EU spent €21 billion on housing through recovery funds. Where did it go? Energy efficiency projects that made housing more expensive. European bureaucrats prioritizing green virtue signaling over actual homes people can afford. What happens when Europe's economic powerhouse can't house its workers? When teachers and nurses flee major cities? When young professionals give up on home ownership entirely? Social contract breaks down. If you want to understand Europe's future, watch Germany's housing market. Like and subscribe if this analysis helps you see the bigger picture. 2 stories, 1 theme. European leadership manufacturing fake crises, while real disasters destroy the continent. Von der Leyen blames Russia for navigation problems, while German families can't find homes. This isn't incompetence, it's systematic misdirection. Keep Europeans focused on foreign threats, while domestic foundations crumble. GPS jamming gets headlines, housing collapse gets ignored until it's too late. The demographic winter is coming. Young Europeans priced out of housing, delaying families, abandoning dreams. Meanwhile, Brussels bureaucrats pat themselves on the back for green building standards nobody can afford. You're watching Europe's managed decline in real time. The people running this continent can't navigate a flight to Bulgaria or build houses for their citizens, but they want to lecture the world about democracy and prosperity. Stay informed, stay alert. This community understands what mainstream media won't report. Hit that like button if this opened your eyes. Subscribe for real analysis. Support independent journalism because the truth needs defending. The establishment doesn't want you thinking independently. That's exactly why you should. Comment below with your thoughts. Share this with people who need to hear it. Tomorrow brings new lies to expose, new truths to uncover, because someone has to tell the truth about what's really happening in Europe. Let me finish with my deepest gratitude goes to our sponsors. You are far more than supporters. You are the very lifeline of this channel. Without you, these stories wouldn't be told, this voice wouldn't be heard, and the pursuit of truth would fade into silence. Because of your faith in independent journalism, I can stand here and speak openly, without compromise and without fear. And to everyone watching, you matter just as much. Each time you subscribe, each like you give, each comment you leave, you strengthen this mission and send a clear message that real voices cannot be silenced. Hitting that subscribe button is not just a click, it's a commitment to standing with something bigger. Adding your comment is not just feedback, it's proof that truth still resonates and that people refuse to turn away. So take a moment now, subscribe, press like, and share your thoughts below. Help us keep this channel alive, growing, and impossible to ignore. Together, we become stronger, louder, and unstoppable.